thought today was excellent. It was like a room full of 20, 30 people coming together to just reflect on what the vision means for them. So the 5 themes of the vision, actually just as open questions almost, like what do they mean to them? What does it look like in people's experience of managing volunteers or volunteering themselves? And then just some space to reflect on what could be different in the future. And actually there's just great power in a room full of people who are obviously really passionate and excited about volunteering, thinking about what this could look like in 10 years' time. How could it be different and how do we change things over that time? So for me, as one of the partners one of the partners on the Vision Volunteering, it was just great to be here, listening to people and learning so much about what we need to do to support people over the next decade.
I think it was really interesting to get a large number of different organisations together. I work for a voluntary development organisation, so we support lots of different types and sizes of charities. But it was really interesting to be sat at a table where you had people who work with really big charities that have hundreds of volunteers versus people who work for really small charities or charities that don't have anybody in a paid member of staff, they're just volunteers.
Today's just been a joy, hasn't it? You know, nice people, loads of common purpose, sitting around a table talking, and I've got loads out of the connections just in my sort of little grouping. But I think the big thing is the acknowledgement of the importance and value and impact of volunteering and seeing kind of how it connects, how it links, and you know how we can promote it, recognise it, and essentially achieve more than we are at the moment.
It was really lovely to have so many people in the room, so much expertise and ideas and kind of shared values around the themes of the vision. It was brilliant to have so many North East voices in the room and talking passionately about the brilliant sector that we have up here.
Maybe as we go forward there could be more open space to talk about, for example, the experimentation. You know, some really good ideas came forward that, you know, just on the table I was on, there was one about you know, how can you include both the organisations and the volunteers direct, and other things have come up, and I think it would be great to have a bit more intensive time working with other organisations and exploring those ideas.
I think the reflection really clearly communicated that we need a space in which we can share ideas and share methods of doing things and things that have been tried elsewhere. So people had so many really great ideas of things that were happening at other organisations on the table that I'm able to take away today and then, you know, talk to other people about, see whether they'd be interested in doing something similar. But the idea that we could collectively share that and collectively share the sort of experimentation side of things. So when, you know, someone's tried something, did it work, didn't it work? If it didn't work, why didn't it work? And so we can sort of share the sort of experience and knowledge and understanding more completely, so we're not operating in isolation in quite the way that sometimes we find ourselves.
It was a brilliant day, such a different mix of organisations here in the North East, from organisations who work at quite a local community level to organisations that are more in the heritage sector. So it was brilliant to be able to get all of these ideas in one room, and as what the other attendees have said today, thinking about things like the different ways in which we appreciate volunteers and show our appreciation for it, and how it doesn't always have to be formally, as well as really unpicking the power theme as well. I think that was something that definitely came up a lot in terms of, can we really sort of, before we even have addressed sort of the structure of power and in volunteer involving organisations, and looking at that first before we unpick the theme to be really effective. So a brilliant day and lots to be excited about and take forward.